He was so ashamed when he saw the photograph of the two women. The older woman was his wife, and the younger was the woman he had an affair with. But the most shocking thing in the picture was not what you think. Want to know what it was? Here's a story. It was a cold winter night. The old man was sitting alone in his room, sipping whiskey and staring into the fireplace. His wife had gone to bed early, but he couldn't sleep. It was their 40th wedding anniversary, and he couldn't help but reminisce about the past. He thought about all the good times they had shared, the places they had traveled to, and all the memories they had made together. But he also thought about the mistakes he had made, the times he had hurt his wife. And the one that had caused him the most pain, the affair he had had with a much younger woman? He had met her at a bar. She was beautiful and mysterious, and he couldn't take his eyes off her. They started talking, and he soon found himself falling for her charms. He knew it was wrong, but he couldn't help himself. He met her a few more times, and each time he saw her, the guilt he felt grew stronger. He knew he had to end things with her, but he was too afraid to tell his wife the truth, so he lied. He told her he had to work late, so he wouldn't be coming home that night. And as the weeks went by, the lies became more frequent, and the guilt he felt became unbearable. Then, one day, his wife found out about the affair. She had seen the two of them together and confronted him. He had tried to deny it, but she didn't believe him. She packed her bags and left him, taking their young son with her. He begged her to come back, but she refused. She said she needed time to heal. Now, years later, he was still in love with his wife, but he knew she would never take him back. He looked at the photograph in his hand and saw the two women who had meant the most to him in his life. The first was his wife, the woman he had loved for over 40 years. And the other was the woman he had had an affair with. But the most shocking thing in the picture was not what you think. What do you think it was? Let me know in the comments below. He looked at the two women in the photograph and realized that the affair had been a mistake. He had thrown away 40 years of marriage for a few moments of pleasure. And now he was paying the price. The guilt he had felt all those years ago had turned into a deep sadness. A sadness that would stay with him for the rest of his life. That's all for today. See you next time.